What's going on, guys? This is Carl of the Racerred channel. I'm out here riding a nice canyon. It's early March, so to be able to ride this stuff on the street bike and be pretty comfortable is a pretty big deal. It's kind of gray today, not a beautiful sunny day, but as far as temperatures go, it's not bad at all. Actually, right now, conditions are pretty ideal for riding some dirt bikes. As the snow melts and everything gets kind of dried out a little bit, but not all the way, you get that tacky soil, and man, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I really enjoy riding the R1. I think I'm going to take it on some longer trips this year. Gonna test out its long distance legs. I don't know, we'll see. Definitely a sport bike is definitely a bike that takes some getting used to, and you gotta ride it a while and get acclimated to it. It's not something that's easy, that's for sure. I would love to take a trip to Canada one of these times, although that's off the table for this year, I think. But I'll probably go somewhere, maybe down south or something like that. Who knows? I am going to be the photographer for the Dakota 600 again this year, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to happen in July. The beginning of August, I've got a big backpacking trip scheduled. Then I'm going to Utah, in between those two things actually, for a family reunion for my wife. I've got some other motorcycle trips planned. I plan on going on the big backpacking / motorcycle trip this year with a bunch of buddies of mine. We'll see if I can make that happen. That would be cool. I just don't know if it's going to happen. If not, then I can just, do another trip. Do some big rides up in the mountains. I really want to do longer camp and rides up in the mountains. Get some nice footage. Enjoy some nice scenery. This is Black Canyon. See the water off to my right here. Not a lot of people out here. In fact, I don't think there's probably any people out here right now. As I hit these choppy potholes right into the corner, it kind of makes things a little sketchy. Had to slow down. Another fellow rider. The R1 is just, man, you can definitely tell it's the result of many, many years of race heritage. For a 1000cc engine to rev out to 14,000 RPM. And it's not like it stumbles up through the RPMs. It hits hard down low, and it's very crisp all the way through the rev range. And a 2008 model, this bike is almost 20 years old. It's hard to even imagine that. It's hard to imagine this bike being an 08. It's almost 20 years old. That's crazy. 17 years old. Wow. This thing is getting to be a classic. Sometimes they improve things that they really don't need to improve, and I think it shows in a lot of the modern stuff. I'd like to ride some of the modern bikes and see what all has been changed. I know that my MT-09, that one is fairly new. It's a 2019 model, and it shifts amazingly. That's the one thing that I've noticed about that bike, is it just shifts so nice. Other than that, I really don't know, and it's not like that's the sharp edge race bike, that's for sure, but this one actually is a sharp edge race bike, and it'd be interesting to see what the brand new ones are like, if they've really improved that much. I was wearing some of my headphones the other day, listening to some music. I got some brand new ones. I got this brand new model of headphone, new and improved everything. And after a couple weeks of wearing them, I've kind of discovered that I don't like them. I really don't like how they pivot everywhere. They're just clunky. They've got too many buttons. They're just not made as well, I don't think. They're not as simple as the ones I had before, and they're made by the same company. The company is Skull Candy. But yeah, the other ones, I can just throw them on. They don't pivot. They don't fall off my head when I'm running. They're just better. And now you can get those ones for like $30. I mean, the sound quality is just as good as the brand new ones. So there's a lot of things where that happens. I think the same thing has kind of happened with the brand new phones. I think Joe Rogan has brought that up about phones being kind of peaked. They've kind of plateaued the technology, and it's just kind of labeling it with new numbers. They don't even improve anything. Now, I'm sure that the R1 models and the Super Sports have been improved. I've ridden the 2012 model, and I can say for sure it's very different from this bike. I don't know if I would be faster around a racetrack with it than this, but I can for sure say that it's a completely different engine, and it's a completely different feeling of race bike. This one just revs out, and it's supposed to have a ton of power, even compared to the 2009 through 14 models, but I don't find that to be true. The 9 and 14 models are supposed to have more top end and less low end, but in my experience, my 12 just blew this thing out of the water in terms of overall horsepower through the rev range. This bike feels way more like a 600 in terms of how it handles and how it feels, though. It feels way lighter, and it is way lighter. I can't remember how much, but it's a significant amount lighter than the brand new ones. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming along for the ride as I come down this canyon with the beautiful 2008 Yamaha R1 Raven Edition, which I do believe is getting to be a classic motorcycle. This is crazy technology for being a classic. It's getting close. I think the number is 20 years. Once it's 20 years old, you get into the classic category. I could be wrong. Anyways, guys, catch you on the next video. Hope you enjoy this one. Peace.
Alright guys, I just wanted to thank my Patreon supporters. That would be Lance Darnell, Jim Jolson Jr., Kurt Kinghorn, Daniel Roush, Brian Thomason, Wade James, Moto Creek, Nathan Young, Jason Froling. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you.